Hey everyone, let's solve another quick quiz today. In this quiz, we will have to solve 15 questions. Ready? Let's start now. How many commandments were given to Moses on Mount Sinai? The options are number 1, 8, number 2, 10, number 3, 12. Answer is 10. The inflammation of which organ results in hepatitis? The options are number 1, stomach, number 2, lungs, number 3, liver. The answer is liver. Captain Arthur Hastings is the friend and chronicler of which famous fictional detective? The options are number 1, Sherlock Holmes, number 2, Hercule Poirot, number 3, Father Brown. Subscribe. The answer is Hercule Poirot. The Chinese-American actor Bruce Lee was an expert in which form of martial art? The options are number 1, Taekwondo, number 2, Kung Fu, number 3, Jiu-Jitsu. The answer is Kung Fu. The French Revolution began with the storming of this fortress on July 14, 1789. Name it. Options are number 1, the Tower of London, Castle Neuschwanstein, 3rd, the Bastille. The answer is the Bastille. The Vatican City is an example of a. The options are number 1, democracy, number 2, monarchy, number 3, theocracy. The answer is theocracy. Pearl S. Bucks won the Pulitzer Prize in 1932 for this work portraying Chinese peasantry. Name it. The options are number 1, The Good Earth, number 2, The God of Small Things, number 3, Giant. The answer is the good earth. In which country is Tiananmen Square situated? The options are number 1, Russia, number 2, Germany, number 3, China. Like. Correct answer is China. What are black, green and oolong varieties of? The options are number 1, coffee, number 2, chocolate, number 3, tea. Subscribe. The answer is tea. Who started at Indiana Jones in the series of films by the same name? The options are number 1, Tom Cruise, number 2, John Travolta, number 3, Harrison Ford. The answer is Harrison Ford. Diet is the parliament of which country? The options are number 1, Bangladesh, number 2, China, number 3, Japan. The answer is Japan. Who painted the picture called Campbell's Soup Cans? The options are number 1, Andy Warhol, number 2, Edward Munch, number 3, Anjali Ella Menon. The answer is Andy Warhol. The deficiency of this substance causes kwashiorkor in children. Name it. The options are number 1, calcium, number 2, protein, number 3, vitamin C. Subscribe. The answer is protein. Name the breathtaking gorge carved by the Colorado River in northern Arizona, USA. The options are number 1, Escalante, number 2, Grand Canyon, number 3, La Jolla Canyon. The answer is Grand Canyon. Which desert covers part of China? most of Mongolia and falls on the leeward side of the Himalayas. The options are number 1 Thar, number 2 Atacama, number 3 Gobi. The answer is Gobi. Hey! If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.